You care if she says no, and that's why you don't cold approach. What I'm about to tell you will convince you to not give a damn anymore, and you will become the guy who gets rejected, and it actually makes his day better. Women will no longer be able to make you live inauthentically because you stop caring for their approval. You have been serving them for long enough. It's time to turn you into the guy who does what he wants. Why should you listen to me though? I went from autistic overthinker to doing cold approaches every day now. So let's go. First thing we need to speak about is people pleasing. And yes, you are a people pleaser. Now, what is a people pleaser? Pretty much every guy you know is a people pleaser. But people pleasers, they do something with their personality. When they see like the group A likes this type of personality, they start changing their personality to fit into group A. And when they have group B and they see, oh wait, they don't like these types of jokes, then they stop doing these types of jokes, so they are more integrated into group B. People pleasers smooth out their personality to make it fit whatever the group is demanding from them. You can almost think of people pleasers like a wheel that always tries to ensure a stable ride, so it matches the conditions of the road, so it's always like stable and there's no trouble. Now I already told you that pretty much every guy you know is a people pleaser. Most people are people pleasers, and I just want to tell you why that's not a good idea. Because you know, you go to the gym and most of the guys in the gym, yeah, it's just like casual guys, you know, oh, that guy, here's your friend, whatever. But then there's this one guy you just hate for no reason whatsoever. Like this guy, you just hate him. Like he you never spoke, he never said something stupid to you. You just saw him and you disliked him for no reason, really. Now, what do you think this guy was doing? Was he purposely trying to make you feel bad, trying to polarize you? No, he was people pleasing. And even though he was trying to be like, oh, cool with everybody, you just dislike him for no reason. So everybody's like trying to be liked by everybody, but then at the same time, they don't even like everybody themselves. So what they're doing is just kind of stupid because there's always gonna be one person who just hates you for no reason. So you can either be the people pleaser who gets hated on, or you can be the guy who does what he wants and gets hated on. Which one is cooler? Which one gets better cold approaches done? What do you think? How would people pleasing look in cold approach? You're just a guy who's like, no, she's wearing the headphones right now, and I'm going to please her by not disturbing her music. She's with her friends right now, well, I'm going to please her by not disturbing her interaction. She's ordering food right. You get what I mean, right? You don't cold approach because you're just eager to please the desires that you think she has, even though realistically speaking, what you think she thinks is probably not actually what she thinks. So the dynamic you have with random women is almost like the dynamic you would have with a boss of yours. Like you see her and you're thinking like, oh fuck, I gotta stay in her favor, because almost like your boss, she has power over you. Like if you say something stupid and she doesn't like that, she can literally kick you out of the company and then you have no job, and that's like terrible. So you see yourself inferior to the girl you're about to cold approach, so you don't end up cold approaching her at all because you try to stay in her favor, because maybe eventually she will notice that I'm the only guy that didn't hit on her. It doesn't work that way, bro. If you see a random girl like you would see your boss, you're not going to do anything risky around her. You're not going to show your intention to her. You're going to be very timid, and that's not going to get you what you want. Now, if you were not a people pleaser, you'd be cold approaching everywhere because you're thinking like, oh yeah, like, even if she has like a bad opinion of me, I don't really give a fuck, because I don't need to please her. I don't need her opinion to validate myself. Bottom line is that you would care and would take hurt if she rejects you. That turns you into a people pleaser. And people pleasers don't cold approach because they're trying to make everybody feel safe and secure and comfortable, and I don't want to harass anybody. How can you not be a people pleaser anymore? Well, it's pretty simple. You just need to stop caring. And I know, oh wow, stop caring. Oh wow, great advice. Let me talk about this. You know what the number one regret of dying old people is? It's living a life inauthentic to themselves. It's trying to impress the father, trying to impress the mom by going to university and taking the route, oh yeah, becoming a doctor, even though they would like to become an artist. It's living a life that wasn't aligned to their own goals, but to the goals of some other people. So let me translate this in case you didn't understand this right here. The number one regret of people pleasers was people pleasing. What? You don't have to do the same mistakes as those people. I really want you to analyze yourself. What behaviors are you doing around women that you're thinking, wait, I don't even really like these behaviors. Why am I even behaving this way just because she's there right now? For example, why do you stop making racist jokes around women because you're thinking, oh fuck, she's gonna judge me for it. Oh, like you are trying to change your personality to better fit what you think the woman wants of you. And you do that because there's a belief inside of you, and that belief translates into something like, oh yeah, if I act the correct way, I can make every woman out there like me. It's not that way. Even if you try to change yourself up like to fit her desires 100% of the time, bro, you're not gonna be able to do that with every woman. There's always going to be women that you're not compatible with, and that's just absolute truth of the world, and you can't change it. Even if you're trying to people please, even if you're not trying to people please, people are going to hate you, women are going to hate you. But then there's also going to be women that love you if you do what you want. The reason why you're not fucking right now, why you're not cold approaching right now, is because you're trying to be compatible with every girl out there, and they're just seeing that, and they're just like, they can like smell it or something, that you're acting to be somebody who you are not, and they hate that shit. By the way, this need you have to connect with every woman out there, it comes from a sense of urgency deep inside of you. You're thinking like, oh man, I want to fuck right now, and I want to fuck how right now, so I best change my behavior to make it more conductive to fucking. So just remember that you have time, bro. Like, on a long enough timeline of you just being true to yourself, not people pleasing, there is going to be a woman who's thinking like, oh yeah, I kind of like the personality he's showing to be, and then that is your real personality, and then bam, you bagged it. A natural byproduct of stopping people pleasing is polarization, because as soon as you stop giving a fuck about, oh, what does she think, what does that girl think, what does this group think of me, and you just start doing, okay, what do I think of me, what do I think is the correct thing to do, then like this girl is not gonna like you, this girl over here is going to like you very much, and this group is going to think like, okay, yeah, kind of like we can't control him anymore, we don't like him anymore. So naturally, if you stop changing yourself to please other people, you're going to have some people that stop liking you. And honestly, you think like, no, wait, no, that's terrible. No, why do you not like me? What can I do to make you like me? It's a good thing. Like, being disliked is a good thing, because it means you have the balls to say, you know what, like, okay, you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. Like, are you going to beat me up? No, they're not gonna beat you up, bro. They're just gonna not like you. And they're gonna hate on you, but once they see they can't get inside of your head, they can't fucking break your spirit and change you into a person that you are not actually, that you don't actually want to be, they can't help but to respect that. And when a woman sees, oh fuck, I can't get under his skin, I can't change him into a fucking bitch, bro, she is going to be attracted to you. Think about Donald Trump. He's great at polarization, you know? There's either people who fucking hate him to their core, and then there's people who would suck his dick. There's like literally no in between. Donald Trump is not a people pleaser. He just does what he wants, and people hate him for it, and people love him for it. You can be very sure that Trump likes himself, because he's not trying to be someone for someone else. And by the way, I made a full guide to your first call approach. It's the first link in the description. It goes into more detail about like not really giving a fuck about other people's opinions anymore. You can check it out, first link in the description. And there's another story I want to tell you. I was sitting in uni and the professor was just yapping actually about the Matrix. He was telling us about the blue pill and the red pill. It was very funny. But he was yapping and he was 10 minutes overdue. So the class should have finished 10 minutes ago, but he was still yapping. And I saw one guy, he was sitting in front of me, and he went like this. And I saw him do this, and I was thinking, okay, I already know he wants to tell the professor that he's overdue, he wants to go home. But he was a bitch, so he was like this, and then, oh no, wait, what if other people think like, oh no, I better not do it, okay? So the professor kept on yapping a little bit more, and then he raised his hand again, this time a little bit more confidently. Eventually the professor told him, yeah, come, go ahead. And he was like, high voice, bitchy ass voice. He was like, I'm so sorry, excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but like, well, 10 minutes overdue and really want to take a break now, and we have class afterwards. And the professor was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, and then the crowd started fucking cheering. Like, the people in the class were like, yay, and they were saying like, baller and type of shit, you know. He was kind of a bitch about it, but this guy, he was good at polarizing. The masses were liking him, saying like, yeah, now we can finally go home. I did not like him because I actually wanted to listen to the lecture. What this story is supposed to demonstrate is that there would literally be chicks who would be into you if you stopped being so fucking plain and basic just to please everybody. Like literally, if you wouldn't pass every girl you think is pretty, if you would actually start to cold approach them and tell them they're pretty, they will literally get wet pussy for you because they were thinking that you were hot as well, but they were people pleasing and thinking like, oh no, I better not tell him because what if he's annoyed by me? And in general, like, women don't cold approach. And finally, let's talk about outcome detachment. The most important perception you have is the perception you have of yourself. So it's not the perception of the girl you were about to cold approach, but then you didn't because you were scared that she might not like you. It's not about the group that you're trying to impress. The most important perception should be the one you have of yourself. Because once you become detached from her opinion of you and you only care about the opinion you have of yourself, you go into cold approaches thinking, okay, I want to cold approach, so I'm going to cold approach. And then even if her opinion is like, oh fuck, you're a creep, you don't give a fuck because your opinion, the more important one, is positive. You did what you wanted. If you're detached from the outcome of social interactions, that communicates something to other people, which is your high status. You don't need to stay in favor of anybody because you are the guy who decides who is in favor of you. You're not the little chump who's like, oh fuck, what do I need to say to make the girl approve of me? You're the guy who's thinking, okay, what does this girl need to say to make me approve of her? All of this comes down to you not really caring about the outcome, and you're just thinking, okay, what will happen if I give her the opportunity to like me back? And bro, you are going to be surprised. Most of the time, she's going to be quite happy that you gave her the opportunity because she was thinking about it as well, but she didn't dare to go up. What you are specifically not doing is changing yourself so she likes you. All you are doing is presenting yourself in your real authentic way to her so that she has the opportunity to decide, okay, do I like this guy or do I not like this guy? That's all you're doing. You're not trying to fucking like engineer, who do I need to be to make her wanna fuck me? You're not doing that. And once you get really good at being outcome detached, something nice is going to happen because you're gonna have a good approach. And you're gonna think, oh yeah, nice, good approach, got the number. She was like, she wanted to fuck me so badly. And then 2 minutes later, you're gonna have a bad approach and you're gonna think like, yeah, it's good anyways because I did what I wanted and I got what I wanted. My perception is more important than her perception. And she was thinking creepy approach. I was thinking I'm a baller who approaches when he wants to approach. That's the difference between being outcome dependent and outcome detached. In one scenario, you always need to think, oh fuck, other people have power over you. And the other one, the only person who has power over you is yourself. And that's beautiful because that makes you realize, man, I can just be authentic. And as long as I'm authentic and I do what I want, I live a great life. It's amazing. Again, if you want to learn more about this, check out the first link in the description. It's my full guide to your first cold approach. Very high value. Otherwise, you can watch this video to keep on learning or subscribe to the channel right here. I'll see you in the next one.